Okay, so we're going to start seated. So we'll just get a little warm up going. So remember, anytime we're in our seated position, you can fold your legs in, but make sure you're not crossing your bones over. Or you can, shoot a leg out to the side or even both legs out. It's whatever works for you. But you do want to try to find your sits bones. So you're going to sit up tall, maybe shift into those two hips, and you're trying to even them out a little bit. And then we'll sweep our fingertips to the sky and take a big inhale. And then on your exhale, you release. And then again, inhale, we'll fill. And exhale, we'll release. And one more time, we'll inhale, fill. And exhale, release. Now we'll take those shoulders, roll them down. Feel like your shoulder blades reach down into your back pockets. Your elbows reach down into the tops of your hips and your palms are down. On your exhale, you'll drop your ear to your right shoulder. And then you'll tilt your chin in toward your collarbone. Now just gently nod your head no here. Right, you should feel that stretch move throughout your neck. It's gentle movement, nothing quick. And then we'll let the chin drop to the chest. And we'll roll the ear to the left shoulder. Again, those elbows are drawn down and back. And then we'll drop the chin in toward that right shoulder. Or left, whichever one you didn't do, and nod your head gently side to side. Just that gentle movement. You should feel that stretch move throughout. And then we'll bring the chin back to center and lift the gaze forward. As we inhale this time, we'll fill it all the way up and grab onto your opposite elbows. And then use your left hand to pull your right elbow over. Start lengthening that right side waist. Now, use your right elbow to push away to your left fingertip. So you're pushing the elbow away and looking to your right. And just take a nice deep breath there. And exhale, release, come back to your center. Your right hand takes your left elbow, it pulls it over to the right, and again, you feel that stretch down the rib cage. But then that left elbow is going to push away. Turn and look to your left. Nice deep side body stretch in here. Then we'll bring it up to our center, reach the fingertips to the sky. On this exhale, you'll drop your left hand behind, bring your right arm across, press against the outside of that left leg and look over your shoulder. Take an inhale there. Exhale, sweep through your center and rotate to your right. Right hand behind, left hand across, look over your right shoulder. Then inhale, come back to your center. Nice. On this exhale, we'll just let those arms drop to the side. Draw your shoulders back. Now take your right fingertips and start walking them away from you. Take your left arm and reach it up. So now we should get down deeper into that lower part of the abdominal wall, those obliques. Soften your right elbow, turn your left palm, and then stretch those left fingertips as far as you can. Try to keep your left sits bone anchored down. Deep inhale. Then that left shoulder is going to reach forward and then come all the way across. You'll drop those left fingertips and then you just start walking away from your body. And then drop the elbow, reach the right arm over. Turn that right palm open, make sure your left shoulder and elbow are dropped. Stretch those right fingertips as far as you can. Take a long inhale there. Then bring that right shoulder over to that left knee, turn your palm open and sweep it across. Come all the way up. Bend your knees in. Wrap your elbows around the outside of your knees. Pull your shoulders away and drop your chin to your chest. Then feel the space between your shoulder blades deepen away from you. Pull against your knees and lift up tall. Exhale, pull away around. Inhale, pull, lift. Release your arms. Slide your legs out front. Lift out of the sides of your waist. Flex your ankles. Try to lift your heels. Press down the space behind your knees. Make that L shape. Now release your shoulders and bring your arms straight ahead. Without losing any of the length of your legs, hinge forward. Try not to pull your shoulder blades up, keep them down. Hinging into that hip crease. Take a breath in here. Exhale, drop your elbows, lower your heels. Round your spine up, inhale, reach the sun. Again, flex your ankles. This time you're just going to keep those legs there, release your arms, and rotate to your left. Turn your upper body as far as you can. Look over your left shoulder. Now stretch your fingertips as far as you can and try to keep your heels still even. Right, your right heel is going to try to push forward. Keep it even. Come back to your center. Soften your heels down. Shoulders way reach up top. Reflex those ankles. Release your shoulder blades. Release your arms. Rotate to your right. Look over that right shoulder. Now stretch your fingertips. Make sure that left heel isn't sneaking further forward than your left. Holding. Exhale, come back to your center. Release your heels. Release your arms. Shake out your legs. Slide your knees in. With your hands alongside your hips, round forwards. Let your forehead drop toward your knees and your chin toward your chest. Then stand into your heels. Look down at your feet, hip distance apart, toes pointed straight ahead. Spread your toes wide. Then let your arms fold over the top of your head. Take a long inhale there. Exhale, bring your hands to your shins and find the full length of your spine. So you kind of press into your shins to try to lengthen the back of your knees further. Tailbone reaches straight back, top of your head reaches straight ahead. Then again, we'll fold our upper body. Let those arms go heavy. Then we'll press into those shins and lengthen that flat back again. Tone the sides of your waist. Feel your sits bones lifting. Now this time, as you bend your knees, move your hands to your thighs, tuck your chin, and gently round your spine up as you come into your mountain pose. Pull your shoulders away, reach your arms down to the side. Inhale, reach and come. Now on your exhale, you're going to let your arms drop to the side, turn your palms up, and then reach your thumbs back and lift your chest, creating a little back bend. This is God's pose. Then we'll reach those fingertips back up. Move your hands to your heart. Tone into your belly and sit into your chair pose. So we're pressing our palms to remind us to engage that core. The inner knees are squeezing together. We're lifting the sides of the waist. And then we'll work to deepen in the hips. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your knees. Let your chin drop. Lift your tailbone up. Release your arms, head hanging heavy. Bring your fingertips to the floor and keep your right foot forward. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Crawl your right toes forward and wiggle your left toes back. Then gently lower your left knee to the floor and drop your toes. Now the front of the left hip is reaching forward. You're going to move your right hand either to the inside of your right foot or onto your right thigh. Now you're going to take your right toes and turn them out 45 degrees, and then you're going to nudge that right hip open. So I'm just going to turn this way for a second, right? So we're nudging that hip open. The front of the left hip is reaching forward. We're getting that stretch through that right hip. And you can kind of roll that right foot up onto your pinky toe side of the foot. Give more space. That right forearm can be on the inner thigh. It can be down on the floor, or maybe you even bring your elbows down if that works for your hips. Starting on the hip opener early. Breathe in here. Then if your elbows are down, you move your hands back in and bring that right knee back in and your toes straight ahead. Now bring your hands to that right knee and shift your hips back. So now your left hip is over your left knee and you slide your right foot back so you have that nice square under your legs. Reach your fingertips up. Bring your arms out to the side and relax your shoulders. All right, so we just did the seated. We're going to look over our right shoulder. We're going to rotate that right arm back, left arm forward. Get tall out of your waist and look over your right shoulder. Find your balance. Now bring your hands to your heart, but you're still rotating. Lower your left elbow onto that right knee. You get it over there. Press your right hand into your left and try to lift your heart a little higher. Take a deep breath. Lift your torso back to center and bring your fingertips down. Tuck your left toes. Lift the knee, shift your hips back, and then step your left foot even with your right. Or just come into that space any way that you wish. Spread your toes. Engage those inner thighs and fold. Bring your hands to your shins. Lengthen into that flat back again. Then again, we'll bend into our knees and move your hands to your thighs. Drop your chin to your chest. And as you press away from your thighs, you'll round your spine, stack your vertebrae, come into your mountain pose. Inhale, we fill it up. Again, the arms soften out wide. We take that back down for our goddess. Inhale. Then we reach the hands to the sky and bring the hands to the heart. Sit into that chair pose. So feel the soles of your feet are pulling in, the knees are pulling in. The heart is lifted. You're deep into your heels, lowering your tailbone to wherever you can work it. Then we release. Lift the hips up. Let your head hang heavy. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot back this time. Then you crawl your left toes forward, wiggle your right foot back. Lower your right knee to the floor. Drop the toes under. So here's that hip opener. You take the toes of your left foot and you turn them 45 degrees up. Your left knee is still over your ankle. You bring your left hand to that left inner thigh or down to the floor. And just let that knee drop out. Maybe you'll lift your ball of your foot, rolling over to your pinky toe side. Maybe you bring your elbows down. It's wherever it works for you. We just try to deepen into that space, long inhales, soft exhales. Then we'll move those hands back in and turn your left toe back to center. Now bring your hands to that left thigh and lift your torso. Now you're going to shift your right hip back so it's straight over your knee, and then you'll step your left foot back so you again have that square. Reach your fingertips high. Now this left foot super strong into your mat. Arms come out, look to your left, rotate left arm back, right arm forward. Stretch your fingertips wide and look at your left thumb. Beautiful. Now move your hands to your heart. You're still rotating. Then you lower that right elbow onto that left thigh. As you press your left hand into the right, you're rotating your waist, lifting your heart toward your thumbs. Should feel a little balance challenge there. Try to hold it still. Then you'll lift your torso back to center. You'll bring your hands down to the floor and tuck your right toe. Lift the knee, shift your hips back, step your right foot forward. Again, we fold. Soften your chest toward your thighs, let your arms get heavy. Bring your hands to your shins, find your flat back. Bend your knees, move your hands to your thighs, tuck your chin, stand into your mountain. Pull your shoulders up. Inhale, reach to top. Exhale, open into your goddess. Inhale, reach up, fingertips up. Hands move to your heart. Keep that tall side base as you sit into your chair. Try to deepen the hips to keep the sides of the waist long. Now this time we're going to release our arms, keep our fingertips to the sides, keep your right foot forward. Take your left foot and step back. Now I want you to look back at your left foot and see if your heel and toe are pointing straight ahead. Right? Maybe you have to nudge it back to even like you're standing on train tracks. Now bring your hands to your hips. Now, if it feels like your left hip is rotated back, try to nudge it forward and pull your right hip back so they're square to the front. Keep your right hand on that right hip, reach your left arm up. Now you're going to hinge into that hip crease on the right. You're going to lengthen your left arm forward. Now feel your right hip lifting, pulling back, and slide your right hand down your shin. So we're trying to keep the space from our tailbone to our fingertips nice and straight, as well as the legs. Pyramid pose. Now bend your right knee and reach your fingertips to the sky. Bring your hands back to your heart. All right, we're going to bring our weight to our right foot. You're going to lift your left heel. Get nice and strong. Lift your heart. Slide that left knee up. Flex your ankle, spread your toes. Reach your arms up, right? So we're doing this rotation in several different positions tonight. Keep your hips square, look to your left. Rotate left arm back, right arm forward. Now, if you need to touch that toe down, make the rotation, then re-lift the knee up. That's okay. Do what works for you. Hold, inhale. Exhale, rotate back to your center and step your left foot down. Drop your arms to the side. Shake out your legs. Ragdoll your way down. Soft, loose, scoochy. Bring a bend to your knees, inhale. Step your left foot to the back. Here we'll wiggle that left foot back, crawl the right ones forward. We'll lower that left knee to the floor and drop the toes under. Bring your hands to that right thigh and send the front of your left hip forward. So we're going to stay in this longer lunge position this time. Tone into your legs and your glutes. Push that left foot down, reach your arms up. Look to your right, rotate right arm back, left arm forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring that left elbow to that right knee. Right foot super strong. Push your right hand into your left and maybe lift your heart up a little bit. Now, you're welcome to stay right there. Other way. Maybe tuck your left toes. Push that heel back and maybe lift that knee. It's an option. You can bring the knee back down anytime. Trying to balance with rotation. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, rotate forward, bring your fingertips to the floor. So here you might bring that left knee down first, so you can shift your hips back, slide your right foot back. This is just to help with transition. Tuck your left toe, lift the knee, and then it gives you a little more room for that step forward. Then we rag back. Let it go. Find those strong feet again. Head hangs heavy. Let your arms fold over the top of your head. Inhale. Hands to your shins, lengthen to a flat back. Soften into your knees, move your hands to your thighs, tuck your chin, round your spine up. Pull your shoulders away, find your mountain. Strong inner thighs. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open thighs. Exhale, reach up, fingertips touch, hands to your heart. Sit to your chair. Lift out of the side to the waist. Breathe, inhale. Then we release the arms, lift up, bring your weight to your left foot. Step your right foot back. Look back at those right toes. Make sure they're coming straight ahead, heel even, and the heel is on the floor. Bring your hands to your hips. Check, do they feel like they're parallel with that front edge of your mat? Might have to pull your left one back, nudge your right one forward a little bit. Keep your left hand there, reach your right arm to the sky. Hinge into that left hip crease, reaching your right arm forward. Now lift that left hip up and down. Finding that hamstring, hold, inhale. Slide your left hand down to a supported position wherever that is for you. One more breath. Bend your left knee. Reach your fingertips to the sky and lift your right heel. So really try to find that strength in that left leg. Move your hands back to your heart. Find your focal point. When you're ready, right knee comes up. Try to make a shell. Flex your ankles, spread your toes. Reach your arms out wide. Look over your right shoulder. Rotate right arm back, left arm forward. Look at your right thumb, hold it. Tap the toe down and rebalance the knees. Rotate back to your center. Drop your arms, lower that right leg. Nice. Chin to chest, ragdoll, release. Let it go. Long inhale, long exhale. So this time with our fingertips to the floor, your left foot remains forward, your right foot steps back. You wiggle your toes into space, lowering your right knee to the floor. So we're trying to keep our right hip forward now. That left foot's nice and strong as we move our left hands to the left thigh. That right hip is reaching forward, the top of the head is reaching toward the ceiling. Then we'll reach those arms up. Move them out to the side and look over your left shoulder. Rotate your left arm back, right arm forward, reach that right hip forward, look to your left, hold it. Move your hands to your heart. Lower your right elbow to your left knee. Press your left hand into your right and lift your heart. Then again, you have that option to tuck your left toe, lift the knee by pushing that heel strongly back. Try to keep your left knee straight up over the ankle, hold it. Then we rotate back to the center, the right knee comes down. So shift our hips back. Then this time we'll move our hands to the right, create space for that left leg to come back. Should feel really nice off the hips to come into your table and just shift your hips from side to side. Beautiful. Send your knees wide out to the outer edges, sit back into your heels. Let your forehead and chest reach toward the floor. Find the child's pose that's working for you. Maybe you fold your arms under your forehead. Try to take a long inhale through your nose. Gently exhale it off the back of your throat with a Again, we fill and we empty. Then we'll gently round the spine up, bring our hips to one side and bring our legs around. Good. So loud. Rain is making noise. So we'll bring our hands behind our knees here, and then we're just going to let our chin soften to our chest and gently roll to your back. Just take a moment here to hug your knees in and work through your lower back space. So maybe with circles, maybe with the rocking motions from side to side. Then you bring the bottoms of your feet together. Let your knees drop out wide in lying butterfly. Let your shoulder blades go wide. Maybe place the back of your hands to your inner thighs to help with that nice hip opening. Long inhale, soft exhale. Then we'll draw those knees in. Reach your arms over the top of your head and slide your heels away so you have that full body stretch. You're lengthening from your fingertips all the way to your toes. And then you'll walk your feet in. Your shoulders are relaxed to the floor. The back of your neck is relaxed. You're going to bring your arms straight up to the sky. And you're going to bring your left knee up. So your left knee is straight up over your thigh, over your hip. And then you're going to lift your right heel so only your toe is touching the floor. And then what I want you to do is draw your belly in and feel your spine reaching down and long into your mat. Keep that spine engaged and exhale, switch your knees and toes. That left toe just lightly touches the floor. Right knee comes straight up 90 degrees. Inhale, tuck your spine, switch. Exhale, switch. It's smooth, it's controlled. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Hold that core in tight. Feel your spine reaching. Switch. And switch. Now bring both knees up. Release your shoulders, release your spine. Hug your knees in for a little squeeze. Bring your knees back to that 90-degree, both of them. Bring your fingertips to the base of your skull. Now we're going to work just one side at a time. You're not moving your left knee, okay? So your shoulder blades are flat, your elbows are out wide, your fingertips are supporting the base of your head. You're going to push your right heel out. How high it goes is, or how low is up to you, but you want to keep that lower back pressing into the floor. Your right shoulder is coming across to your left knee, and then you bring that right knee in as the shoulder comes back. So you push your right heel, you rotate your right shoulder, you don't move your left one. You pull your right side back. Exhale, push your right side out, rotate. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, push, rotate, tone that belly. Try to roll your right shoulder blade off the floor. Come back to center. Exhale, push, turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, push, turn. Rotate that right shoulder across. Inhale, center. Don't move that left knee. One more time. Exhale, push, turn. Inhale, center. Release your shoulders, soften your knees. Take a breath. So again, fingertips behind the skull, move those knees to that 90-degree space. Draw your belly space in, feel your spine reaching to the floor. Push your left heel up, make it strong. Draw that left shoulder across, trying to lift your shoulder blade off the floor. Bring your left side back in. Don't move your right. Ready? Exhale, push, turn that left side. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, push, turn. Inhale, bring it in. Tuck that belly. Exhale, push, turn. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, push, turn. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, push, turn. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, push, turn. Inhale, center. One more time. Exhale, push, turn. Inhale, back to center. Draw your knees in. Hug them, squeeze them. Release your feet to the floor. So you want your heels to be directly under your knees. Don't have them in too close or not too far away. Just kind of right underneath. And let your arms drop to the side with your palms open. Spread your toes, press your feet down into your mat. Engage your glutes and feel your tailbone stretch away from your spine. Lift your hips halfway up. Now keeping your shoulder blades flat to the floor, lift your hips up higher, finding that full bridge position. Now lift your heels, squeeze your inner thighs. Tap your heels down, release your hips just to halfway. Ready, strong feet, press, lift, hips go up strong. Lift your heels, squeeze your inner thighs. Bring your heels down, lower your hips to halfway. Press, lift, hips up all the way. Lift your heels, squeeze your inner thighs, hold. Bring your heels down, lower your hips to halfway. Press, lift your hips all the way. Lift your heels, squeeze your inner thighs. Bring your heels down, lower your hips to halfway. Press, lift, hips all the way up. Lift those heels, squeeze those inner thighs. Heels down, hips halfway, then hips all the way. Feel your spine, your hips release. Let your arms drop to the side and bring your knees 90 degrees. Rock your knees from side to side. So this should feel nice off that lower back and hip space. So let's combine that series together. Here, we'll bring our knees back to 90 degrees and bring our arms to the sky. You'll keep your belly toned in as you bring your left toe to touch the floor. Right knee doesn't. Exhale, switch your knees, but don't change your spine or hips. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Hold that core. Inhale, switch. Exhale. Inhale. Keep your right knee there. Bring your fingertips behind your ear. Push your left heel out. Rotate your left shoulder across. Now listen for this change. Bring your left knee in. Push your right side out. Turn your right shoulder across. Knees 90 degrees, shoulders square. Push your left heel, turn your left shoulder to the alternate side. Bring both knees in, shoulders square. Push right heel out, rotate right shoulder. Both knees into center. One more time. Push left heel, rotate. Left knee and shoulder square. Push right heel out, rotate. Right knee and shoulder square. Lower your shoulders. Lower your feet to the floor. Drop your arms to the side. Shoulders flat. Press your feet strong down into your mat. Heels are underneath. Lift your hips halfway up. Then squeeze, lift your hips the other half. Lift your heels, squeeze your inner thighs. Now, if it feels nice for you, you might bring your arms up. Right, so you can't cheat on pushing with your arms. Bring your heels down. Lower your hips halfway. Ready? Press hips all the way up. Lift your heels, squeeze your inner thighs. Heels come down, hips come to halfway. You got two more. Hips go up, squeeze. Heels lift up, inner thighs. Heels come down, hips halfway. Press, lift hips up, heels up, inner thighs. Heels down, hips halfway, hips all the way. Beautiful. Slide your legs out, reach your arms up long. Stretch out your whole body, inhale. And exhale. Bring your right knee into your chest. Reach around to your shin or behind your hamstring and hug it in close. Now take the toes of your left foot and stretch and reach the left toes away from you. Take your right foot to the sky, flex the ankle. Push your heel to the sky, lengthen the back of your knee. Any degree that you can, you draw that right leg in. We want our shoulders and head to be relaxed here. So if you feel like you have to lift your head and shoulders, right, that will strain your neck. Move your hands down further and let your head and shoulders rest. Bend that right knee and let it slide away from you. Hug your left knee to your chest. Again, you feel that lower back space reaching into the floor. Hands can be around your shin or behind your hamstring. Now take your right toes and stretch, reach that right leg on. Take that left leg to the sky. So without any grab, first, just flex the ankle, try to straighten the knee, push the heel to the ceiling. And then to any degree, you draw the leg toward you. Again, try to rest your neck, your shoulders. Hold, flex the ankle, push the heel away. Breathe. Then soften that left knee, bring both knees into your chest. Tuck your chin, kick your heels around your spine. Sweep your legs around and move your hands toward the front of your mat. So here we're in our table again. As you look down at your hands, make sure your middle digit is pressing forward. Shoulder blades are back, turn your biceps toward the front. So you rotate through your elbows and you lengthen through the back of your neck. Lengthen your spine inside your waist. Slide your left toe to the back. Take your right fingertips out front. Now lift those toes and fingertips, lengthen them out. Really flex that left ankle and reach it toward the back foot. Now take your right arm out to the right with your palm down and take your left leg out to the left. Find your balance there. Hold it strong. Now reach the arm and leg back up long. Hold it there. One more time. Arm to the right, leg to the left. Challenge that core to hold that space. Bring that right hand down and your left toe down. Step your right foot back to find plank. Draw in that belly space. Tap your knees to the floor. If you want to stay on your toes for your hovers, you're always welcome to. Elbows hug your rib cage. Go down to whatever depth you can keep that long spine. Then push up. Again, belly toned in, elbows up. Push up. Go ahead and slide back into cow pose. Maybe here you circle or press the back of your wrists together. Give them a good stretch. Long inhale, long exhale. Now we have those hands spread wide. We'll shift back into our table space. So make sure you're lengthening the sides of the waist, the back of the neck is long, top of your head reaching forward. Right toe slide to the back. Left fingertips slide forward. Now brace your core. Lift those fingertips and toes. Flex the ankle, push that heel back. Hips and shoulders stay even here. That left arm moves to the left with your palm down, and your right leg moves a little off to the right. And you hold that core space. Try to keep it all still. Then you reach back out long. Heel to the back, fingertips forward, you brace. One more time. Left arm to the left. Right leg to the right. Find that balance. Hold it. Then you lower the left hand down. Bring your right toe to the back. Step your left toe back, find plank. Make sure you're drawing your belly space, keep those hips lifted. Again, bring your knees down if you like. Ready, shoulders over fingertips, elbows to ribs. Push straight up. Long spine, long neck. Elbows back in. And push. Knees come down, we sit back, we release. Again, maybe you circle your wrists. Press back the hands together. Maybe you shift out of your rib cage a little bit. Long inhale, long exhale. Now we'll take those hands forward again. And this time we'll shift the torso and just gently lower the body down. We're going to fold our arms in front. You're going to let your forehead rest on the back of your hands. With your neck long, head rested heavy. I'm going to be lifting my head to look. You don't have to look. Maybe kind of, but try to relax. All right, what I want you to do first is I just want you to kind of tune into the two sides of your body. So just take your left leg, lift it up. Try to keep the front of your left hip even with your right, and see how high you can peel your left leg off the floor. Don't let your hips tilt either way. Then lower that left leg down. Relax your hips. Take a breath. Now take your right leg, heel, lift it up. Now see, does it feel different between the two sides? Did one get higher? Lower that right leg down. So that's a good test of gluteal activation. So sometimes if our hip flexors are really tight, right, it inhibits our glutes from working properly. So that's a good test to see. So like when you lift your leg, right, then you're lengthening your hip flexor. But if that's too tight, you can't lift it as high, and then your glutes are not activating. So you might find that one side is a little different than the other. So try to give more focus to that side, right? So here we go.
We're going to let our forehead rest on the back of our hands. You're going to draw your belly space away from the floor. On your exhale, you're going to lift your right leg up off the floor, and then you're going to bend the knee and push the heel as high to the sky as you can. Can you get your whole thigh off the floor, but keep the front of your hip engaged into the floor? Then lengthen that right leg out and lower it down. Ready? Tone your belly, engage your glutes, lift your left leg up. Stretch it away. Now bend the knee, flex the ankle, and see how high you can push that heel up, peeling your thigh off the floor, but not letting that front hip bone lift. Extend that left leg out. Lower it down. Right leg, exhale, lift, reach. Can you go a little higher? Flex the ankle, pull the heel in, lift it up. Don't let the hip lift. Extend it out. Lower it down. Left leg lift. Lengthen it out. Flex the ankle, bend the knee in. Lift it up higher. Don't let the hip lift. Extend it out. Lower it down. Right leg, exhale, lift, reach. Trying to make it a little deeper each time. Bend the knee, flex the ankle, push the heel to the side. Extend that right leg out. Lower it down. Left leg, exhale, lift, reach, stretch it out. Bend the knee, flex the ankle, push the heel to the side. Don't let the front of the hip lift. Extend it out. Lower it down. Bend both knees in and windshield wiper. So hopefully by doing those slow and doing one side at a time, you can kind of balance it out to get both sides to engage evenly. So we're going to add lower back and arm still. So we'll extend those legs back out. We'll draw our belly space in. Now this time you're going to lift the tops of your feet off the floor. Right? So just by doing that, you should notice your lower back engaged. Now pull your belly button into your lower back. Lift your rib cage up. Bend your right knee in. Push your heel to the sky. Right? So we feel a lot more backward with that. Extend that right leg out. Your head is resting heavy. Bend your left knee in. Push the heel to the sky. Extend it out, lengthen. Lower everything down. Take a breath. Ready? Tone your belly button in. Lift the tops of your feet. Lift your rib cage. Left heel comes in. Pushes your heel to the sky. Front of the hip stays reaching down. Extend that leg out. Rest your head. Bend your right knee in. Flex, push the heel up. Extend the right leg out. Lower down. Ah, breathe, inhale. Ready? Exhale, lift the tops of your feet. Draw your belly button in tight. Lift your rib cage. Doesn't have to come high. Rest your head. Bend your right knee in. Push the heel to the sky. Now this time we're going to reach our arms out wide if you can. Fold your elbows and extend your legs. Ready? Bend your left knee in. Reach your arms out to the side. Fold your elbows and extend your legs. Lower everything down. Right? A little more work for your back because you're not supporting with your arms anymore. We're going to do one more set. You can choose if you like those arms or not. Inhale. Ready? Lift the tops of your feet. Draw your belly away from the floor. Lift your rib cage. Bend your left leg in. Reach your arms out wide. So that should lift the chest a little higher. Fold the elbows in. Extend the leg out. Bend your right knee and reach your arms out wide. Fold your elbows and extend. Lower it all down. Bend your knees, windshield wiper. Let them just rock from side to side. What a weird noise going on. Here you're going to move your hands alongside your waist. Draw your belly button away from the floor. Get strong. You can keep your knees down if you like, or come up from your toes. Push. Bring your knees in. Now we just did lower back work. So remember, we want to gently soften into child's pose.
So sit back first, do a little shifting, and then work your torso down. So when a muscle is tight, you don't want to go into a deep stretch really fast, just because that's when you can tear something or pull something. So just kind of sink into it, get some movement. Maybe bring your arms to the side. Feel your tailbone continue to reach a little deeper. Your breaths get long and soft. And then we'll gently round up out of our child's pose. We'll bring our knees around so we can bring our legs around. Just find any seat that works for you right now. Legs can be out or folded or whatever position you like. Take a deep breath. Reach your fingertips to the sky. Drop your right hand down. We did this earlier. Walk that right hand away. Drop the elbow and shoulder, reach the left arm over, 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 turn the palm, look under, and then stretch even further through those left fingertips. And then you'll take your left shoulder across your right knee in that direction, turn your palm up, thumb up, sweep, sweep, sweep across. Left fingertips come down, they walk away. Right arm comes up and over. That left shoulder and elbow move out of the way. Right arm comes over. Palm opens. Stretch, reach as far as you can. Feel that space growing between the ribs. Bring your right shoulder over your left knee, turning your palm up, thumb up. And then that slow sweep across. And we come back to our tall center inhale. Let it go. Nice. Just wanted to open up those obliques again. All right, so let's come back to our seats. We'll get another core set in here. Find that tall spine. And remember, as we progress through, you kind of choose what works for you where. Your feet are flat to the floor. Your hands come behind your knees, and you lift up onto your sits bones. So the side of the waist is tall, you hinge back. Right, and you should feel these girdle muscles wrap in. Make sure there's space under your chin. Let your heels slide in until they get lighter. Tone your belly. Take your right toe out to boat so your shin comes parallel. Then your left toe comes out to boat. Then your right toe taps down. Then your left toe taps down. You pull against your legs and you sit tall. Then you hinge back. Draw in that belly space. Relax your shoulders. Try not to pull too much with your arms. Use them just to support. Left toe comes up. Right toe comes up. Left toe comes down. Right toe comes down. You pull against your legs to sit up tall. So you're welcome to stay with that one. I'll show you how to increase the difficulty if you like. Tall, hinge back. Tone your belly space, light feet. Right toe comes up, right palm comes open. Left toe comes up, left palm comes open. Right toe comes down, the hand tucks behind the knee. Left toe comes down, the hand tucks behind the knee. You lift and pull. Right? So without the arms, a little extra work. Hinge position, hinge back. Left toe comes out, maybe left palm, your choice there. Right toe, maybe right palm. Hold in hand. Left toe, hand behind the knee. Right toe, hand behind the knee. Lift up, squeeze. Breathe. Nice work. Tall spine. Hinge back. We're going to add rotation. Hinge. Shoulders away. Bring your arms up. This time we fold our elbows in. You lift your right toe to boat. You bring your left shoulder up. So elbows in. Then you come back to your shoulders. You bring your left toe up. You bring your right toe down. You rotate your right shoulder to your left knee. You come back to your center. You lift your right toe up. You bring your left toe down. You rotate your left shoulder to your right knee. Come back to center. One more, left toe up, right toe down, right shoulder to left knee, shoulder center, left toe down, lift and pull. Ah, good work. Sometimes that slow, really controlled work is much harder than 68, 70, 94, right? So you don't have momentum to help you. Here we'll bring our knees with us. We'll gently roll the spine down. Let your spine just relax into the floor. Take a deep breath. Then wrap your hands behind the back of your knees or around your shins and hug them in close. Keep your left knee and extend your right leg all the way out. So let's work into those hips in the outer hips more. Take your left arm out to the side. Use your right hand to lift that left knee towards your chest and then pull it over to the right side of your body. You're rotating that left hip up and over, but you're keeping your left shoulder on the floor. Turn and look over to your left. Use that left hand to draw that left knee deeper. The right hand, sorry, pulls the left knee deeper. Long breaths. Inhale, create more stretch. Exhale, release the space. One more inhale. Release that left knee and bring it back to center. Bring your right knee into join it, hug both knees in again. Keep your right knee in, extend your left leg out. Let your left leg relax. Let your right arm fall out to the right side with your palm up. Your left hand is going to hug the knee close to your chest, and then it's going to pull that right knee over to the left side. Your right shoulder is flat to the floor, you turn your head to the right. Again, inhale to create a deeper stretch. Exhale to release the space. And you inhale, get even deeper. And exhale, you release it again. Then we'll release that right knee and bring it back to center. We'll bring both knees up, and you'll choose either your dead bug, right, knees 90, arms straight up, your happy baby, knees wide, reach toward your feet or ankles. Allow that lower back release or toes to the sky. If you have a block or a blanket or something, you want to place it under your hips, it feels really nice here. Make sure in toes to the sky, your knees are soft and the weight of your legs is just sinking into your hip joints. Same with your arms. You're not pulling away from your joints. You're dropping down into them. Your spine is relaxed. The back of your neck is long. Your jaw is softened. The space around your eyes is relaxed. Got a long, slow inhale through your nose. Long, soft exhale off the back of your throat. We'll take one more breath there. Then you'll gently bring your feet together. Drop your knees out wide. Let your shoulders relax. And just kind of tune into your body and see, how does your body feel here? Is your body saying, oh, this is so nice, I feel so rested? Or maybe it's saying, oh, there's a little bit too much tension here, it's not very comfortable. So then try maybe bringing your knees together and your toes out wide. Knee, not toes. Again, check in with your body. Does it say, oh yeah, I want to stay here, or let's try something else? Right, so then maybe you go to bent knee, corpse pose. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor, palms open. Or maybe you slide your legs all the way up. Again, you assess, how does your body react to it? And then choose whichever of those poses your body felt best at.
Then start focusing on your breath moving in and out only through your nose. With each inhale, try to fill your lungs. With your exhale, you slowly empty the lungs. Then you try to make each breath longer. Try to match the length of the inhale with an equally long exhale. With your next breath, slowly start bringing movement back to your fingertips and toes, your ankles and your wrists. Then as you bend your knees in, just do some of those nice windshield wipers. Releasing the lower back, keeping those hips nice and open. Then you will gently draw the knees into the chest. Give them a nice hug, allowing your lower back space to relax away from the floor. Now, if your body says it needs a different stretch, you go ahead and take that stretch, or maybe you just roll over to your side in fetal pose. That often feels really nice as well. Then with your next breath, we'll gently move ourselves into any comfortable seat. And again, if you always come up and fold your legs the same way, try swapping it up, mixing up that position. Take that nice full breath. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, moving your hands to your heart. Allow your shoulders to release. And we'll take a gentle bow forward and we say namaste. And I thank you all for being with me. Try to stay dry. It is whipping out there. We can hear it.